The Old Man in the Tree. The neither too terribly distant nor all that imminent future. The rainy season came to the village with all the tenacity of a teenage lover. Where cracked mud roads had been, little tributaries formed, draining into the river Bang. And where a seasonal government official had ridden a rented camel into town, I, the temporarily unemployed bottom-feeder bureaucrat, sullenly wielded the oar of a canoe. It was not that the rains were somehow unexpected, nor was it that they caught me unprepared. It was simply that my preparations were not sufficient. Perhaps I was getting old. Well, I was getting old. Rather, perhaps the fact of my advancing age had impacted my ingenuity. I shook off the thought. My wives needed me at my best, and several of my 39 children were still too young to fend for themselves in this cruel, unforgiving world. When I married my first wife, we considered leaving what at the time was a war-torn wasteland for America, where it was said a man could amass riches easily and provide for a family in comfort and relative security. Now I laugh at the thought. Now everyone knows one is better off staying put. Up ahead I saw some kind of obstruction in the river road. As I got closer I saw the outline of a human form, perched on the upper branch of a submerged acacia tree. "Ahoy there!" There was no answer. The figure did not move. "Ahoy! Excuse me! Hello! Are you all right, citizen?" When I reached what I could now see was an elderly man dressed in blue, I grabbed a hold of a branch. The figure looked dead. "Shall I take you to a hospital, old man?" At that, the old man seemed to wake up. He was about 10 feet above the water level, clutching the tree tightly. "Oh, hello, young man. Peace be upon you." "And upon you peace, old man. Why don't you get in my boat, and I can take you home?" "Home?" "Yes, home." "What home? Don't you have a home?" "No, I haven't." "Well, suppose I take you somewhere else." "Like where?" "Well, I don't know. Somewhere warm." The old man shifted. A hopeful gleam came upon his face. "Have you got a home, young man?" "Well, yes. Yes, I do." The old man said nothing. The rain, which had briefly abated, returned. Still the old man said nothing. Something inside me, I'm not sure what, brought fear. I surely could not bring a stranger to my home without the consent of my wives. I let go and drifted away as the drizzle became a downpour. I tried to go back, but the current was too strong, so I drifted quite a long way from home. "Sweethearts, I'm home." "Where have you been?" "Yes, where have you been?" 2 of my 6 wives glared at me as I entered the sprawling hovel I call home. "Well, I saw an old man on a tree, you see, on the river road." "Well?" "Well, what?" "Where is he?" "What do you mean?" "Where is he?" "Still in the tree, I suppose. I don't know. He was a stranger." "Well, go and get him." "Excuse me?" "Go," said wife number 5. "Go," said wife number 2. "But go," said wives number 5 and number 2 together. So I grudgingly went back outside with a hat on my head and shame in my heart. I paddled fast in the downpour. It was dangerous to travel during a downpour, but during the rainy season it is difficult to avoid. I began to worry that the old man may have been a shaman. What if he had laid a curse on my family? Suppose one of my wives bore a child with 3 heads? Finally I saw the tree, but the man was gone. I searched the other trees. I searched the village when I arrived there. There was no sign of the stranger. With no option left to me, I decided to consult the wisest woman in the region, who lived in a nearby village, and who happened to be the mother of my second wife. It took me 3.5 hours to reach this village by canoe. I was surprised to see that the village square was crowded with boats of all sizes. People were shouting a name that rang a bell somewhere in the back of my mind. I paddled out of the square toward my second wife's mother's house. I tied up my canoe to the house and knocked. "Oh, goodness, it's you. Please help us." It was the mother. "Please, well, how can I help?" "It's my husband. He's gone missing." I see. "He doesn't know who he is. Please help us. He's ill. He doesn't remember much. Please help us." "You remember him, don't you?" But of course. It's just that it's been a while. What was he wearing?" Upon her answer, I left the house immediately and returned to the acacia tree where I had seen the old man. The rain stopped. I saw the sun. I let go of my canoe and climbed to the top of the tree and wept.